Hello, this is Allison Winsrich, your holistic health coach, and today I wanted to share with you how to make the perfect green smoothie. So of course you want to have a good blender. So I have a Vitamix. This is really old, but it works really well. It's a high-powered blender. I'll put a link to it in the comments, but you can also use just a regular blender or a Ninja or Blendtec. There's lots of options. You don't need to go run out and buy a nice blender unless you want to. But you want to start with something green, of course. So I usually like to do spinach. You can do kale or other types of greens. I will say spinach has the most mild flavor. So when I add spinach to the smoothies, I don't taste it. Kale has a stronger flavor. So if you're new to this, use spinach. So I just grab and put a whole handful in there. See, now I'm out of spinach. You also want to do, I like to do half of a banana. Gives it just a little bit of sweetness, but not too much. So half a banana. And then you can add any kind of fruit. I mean, you can add an apple, a pear, frozen mangoes. Today I'm going to use frozen pineapples. I like to use frozen fruit. That way you don't have to use ice. So I just put, you can put like maybe half a cup, depending on how much you want in there. So I just kind of guess, right? So this is going to be a very basic one. And then you can either add water, coconut water, or I'm going to do coconut milk today. So this is the brand I usually use. It's called So Delicious. Just make sure your nut milk or coconut milk does not have an ingredient called carrageenan in it. Carrageenan is a thickener used in a lot of dairy and non-dairy products that can actually cause stomach upset and ulcers. So want to stay away from that. And so liquid-wise, you know, I'm not measuring, but you probably want to use a cup or so. Depending on how thick or thin you want it, you can vary that as well. And if you want to add any other extras to your smoothie, you can. So you can add ground flaxseed, which will give it a little bit more omega-3s and fiber. You can also add something called a chia seed. You can make a chia slurry by adding a tablespoon of chia seeds with like a 1/4 cup of water and letting it sit for a few minutes, and it'll get kind of gel-like, and then you can put it in your smoothie. That adds another layer of good fats, omega-3s, fiber. You can also add MCT oil if you want to, but I'm just gonna keep this basic. So half a banana, handful of your greens, some frozen fruit. I use pineapple, but like I said, pear, apple, frozen mango, those would all work well. And so then you just wanna put it on your blender. Excuse me while I blend. Okay, see, it's nice and green. Let me get a cup and pour it in our cup. Now, surprisingly, my son likes green smoothies, so that's a win. It's a good way to get more vegetables in. And this tastes really good. It's really refreshing. So this will be good now that the weather is warming up, at least in Texas where I am. These are really great. So just a good way to get extra fiber, extra fruits and vegetables in your life to help our gut bacteria. They like to feed on those things. And it's yummy, right? It can, it can serve, if you add more things, it could be a meal replacement. If you want it just as like your drink with your meal or just a snack, it works well for that. So thanks for tuning in. You can find me here. You can subscribe to my channel. I'll be here every week showing you different tips of how to live a healthy life. I'm also online. My website is AllisonWinsrich.com, and you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram with just my name. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.